This module in the NAU International Online Orientation is about adapting to life in the United States. Your home country and the United States are probably very different in many ways. This module will help you understand how to prepare for and adapt to these changes. Specifically, this module will cover culture shock, including mental health, health and relationships, including taking care of your physical health and understanding American relationships, and community living, which will cover expectations for living in American society. Culture shock is the difficulty a person may have adjusting to a new culture that is very different from their own. Culture shock is very common, and it happens to everyone experiencing living in a new culture. Do not feel you are strange or alone because you feel culture shock. Luckily, there are some very good ways to help you get over culture shock. The first is to make local friends. Friends who are familiar with the culture in Flagstaff will help you understand and adapt to the culture here. Also, stay in touch with friends and family in your home country. This will help you feel less homesick as you adjust to the new culture in the United States. Finally, make sure you take care of your physical and mental health. A healthy body leads to a healthy mind, and making sure you are getting enough sleep and staying active will help you feel better as you adjust. Making sure that you take care of your mental health if you find that culture shock and homesickness is turning into depression or anxiety. This slide shows the cycle of culture shock, also called transition shock, during experience in a foreign country. Notice that at different stages, a person living in a foreign country will go through various mental feelings, high and low. These may occur at different times for different people, but all people in such a situation will have some low points when life in a foreign country seems difficult or frustrating. It is normal to miss home, the friends and family there, and life there, such as food. It is important that you are able to adjust to being in the U.S., and to do that, you need to understand that you are likely to experience some of these low points. Healthy living includes both physical and mental health. First, we'll talk about physical health. One important part of staying physically healthy is exercising regularly. The Health and Learning Center has workout equipment including weights and a track. The Health and Learning Center also offers free fitness classes, like taking yoga or Zumba. You can also get regular exercise by doing activities such as hiking, biking, or jogging. Eating healthy is also an important part of taking care of your physical health during your stay in the United States. To make sure you are eating healthy, try to avoid American fast food restaurants. These restaurants usually serve fried and fatty foods with little nutritional value. Also, make sure you are eating lots of fruits and vegetables. Try eating salads to avoid vegetables that have been cooked too much in butter or oil. Sleeping well is another key to physical health. Most people need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep a night. If you don't get enough sleep, you will have a harder time focusing and staying active. Not sleeping enough can also make you get sick more easily. Make sure you get enough sleep every night to continue feeling well and staying focused. If you do not feel well, visit the Health and Learning Center. The medical facilities are there to make sure you are staying healthy while at NAU. The United States healthcare system may sound complicated, but it can help you when you don't feel well or in an emergency. NAU health insurance is required and necessary for all NAU's international students. The health insurance at NAU will help you pay for medical expenses. There is an emergency room at the hospital for when you are having a medical emergency. However, you should not use the emergency room unless you are truly having an emergency. This includes broken bones, deep wounds, head injuries with confusion or fainting, and severe burns. This also includes mental health problems such as suicidal thoughts. The emergency room is very expensive to use, and should only be used when necessary. Instead, try to use the on-campus health center first. The doctors can help you with any non-emergency medical needs you have. If you don't understand something a doctor is telling you, please always ask them to explain what they mean. Understand your health is an extremely important part of physical and mental health while in the United States. To contact the Campus Health Center, you can call 928-523-8995. It is located in the Health and Learning Center. Remember to use the Campus Health Center before going to the hospital, except in the case of an emergency. The health center has trained doctors and nurses who can help you. All appointments at the Campus Health Center are completely confidential, so your information and what went on in the appointment will not be told to anyone else. Your health insurance will cover most of the cost of using the Campus Health Center, but a small fee will be added to your account after appointments. Mental health is just as important for healthy living as physical health. Make sure you take time to do the things you enjoy, like going outside, seeing friends, or listening to music. Try to recognize when you are getting stressed. You might feel worried, tense, or irritable. When you are stressed, it is important to make sure you give yourself time to relax. Take a break from studying or do something you like. It is often helpful to leave your dorm room or apartment to give yourself a break. When you are feeling mentally unwell, it is very important to talk to someone about how you've been feeling. This person can be a friend or someone from your family. If you are uncomfortable talking to them or feel your mental health concerns are too serious, talk to a counselor on campus and counseling services. Do not be embarrassed to talk about your mental health concerns. Everyone feels mentally unwell at times, and not talking about it often results in unhealthier mental status. Making friends and joining events also helps you stay mentally healthy. Making friends can also help you feel less homesick or lonely, and going to events will help you experience new things and feel like part of the community. To contact Campus Counseling Services, you can call 928-523-2661. Counseling services can be found in the Health and Learning Center. Counseling Services also offers individual, group, and couples counseling. All conversations are private and confidential, and no personal information is ever given out to anyone. This slide shows the current webpage for the Health and Learning Center, located on the northeast edge of campus. Navigate to www.nau.edu to find buildings, offices, and services on the internet. This webpage will guide you on the Health and Learning Center offices and services. Relationships and dating are also part of healthy living. Make sure you always know what is acceptable, legal, and comfortable for you in any relationship. In the United States, no means no. No does not mean maybe or keep trying. When someone says no, stop what you are doing to that person. Do not make assumptions about your relationship. Make sure you communicate with the other person in the relationship. In the United States, the word dating does not just mean dating one person. Never physically, sexually, or verbally abuse another person. It does not matter what race, gender, sexual orientation, or age someone is. It also does not matter if the person has physical or mental disabilities. Never physically, sexually, or verbally abuse another person, ever. Americans may be friendly, but someone smiling at you does not mean they are interested in dating you. A smile is not an invitation. You are not entitled to date anybody, and, again, No means no. If someone says no, stop trying to pursue them. Alcohol, drugs, and other substances can be extremely unhealthy. Always avoid illegal drugs such as marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamines, and others. These substances can be addictive and can have serious physical consequences if taken. Too much alcohol can also have negative effects on your health. Alcohol can be addicting and can lead to weight gain. Make sure to only drink alcohol if you are of the legal age in the United States, 21 years old. Also make sure to limit how much you drink, know your limit, and stop when you are feeling the effects of alcohol. Do not drink and drive. If you have had more than one drink, it is illegal to drive in the United States. Drinking and driving can lead to car accidents as well as criminal charges. There are some important cultural norms and rules in the United States regarding smoking and drinking. You cannot smoke less than 50 feet away from any public building. It is illegal to leave your cigarette butts on the ground. Make sure you throw them in containers designed for cigarette butts. Remember that the legal drinking age in the United States is 21. This is a strict law. Remember, you are responsible for knowing and following U.S. laws while you're in the United States. Make sure you are always aware of United States laws. You are responsible for knowing all the laws in the United States, including laws about alcohol, drugs, driving, and sexual harassment. If you violate laws, you could lose your immigration status or even go to jail. I didn't know is not an acceptable excuse for breaking the law. If you have questions about United States laws, ask. Being aware of a law is always more important than feeling embarrassed about asking. Like smoking and drinking, there are also cultural norms regarding the place where you live. Normal wear and tear on your apartment or dorm room is the landlord's responsibility. If something has stopped working or is working improperly due to normal wear and tear, contact your landlord. If something is damaged because of your own actions or negligence, you are responsible. You will have to pay to have it replaced or fixed. If your heat or water system stops working, it is a maintenance emergency. Your landlord should provide you with an emergency number that can be called day or night for service. If you are renting, you are not allowed to make any changes to the apartment room, electrical, plumbing, paint, etc. If you do make such a change, expect that you will have to pay for the apartment to be returned to the way it was. This means you will lose all or some of your deposit. It is important to stay clean and quiet when you live in a community with other people. It is expected that you take the trash out to the dumpster at least once per week. Trash often contains bacteria that can be unhealthy to have in your room, and it will often smell bad. You cannot smoke in your dorm room and most apartments. If you smoke in your room, you will be charged extra fees. It is suspected that you keep your apartment clean. Nobody, including your roommates, is your maid. You need to pick up after yourself and help your roommates clean your house, dorm room, or apartment. You cannot bring shopping carts into campus. If you need to carry heavy groceries back to campus, take a car or go on many small shopping trips instead of one large shopping trip. If you need to use a cart, bring it back to the store immediately. Keep your bicycle in the appropriate rack. Do not leave your bicycle in another place. Always lock your bike. You should keep the noise level in your apartment to a minimal level between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. every day. If your apartment is too loud between those hours, the police can be involved, resulting in the possibility of a warning, fine, or arrest. Remember that other people are studying and sleeping. Do not have large, loud parties on weekdays, and keep your parties quiet later at night. Do not play your music very loudly if your neighbors can hear it or if you have roommates. Try using headphones instead. Be a good neighbor. Also, make sure that you understand American social customs. Always be on time for your commitments. 7 o'clock means 7 o'clock, not 7:10 or 7:30. If you are accidentally late, always apologize. If you know you will be delayed, contact that person to tell them. Be aware that Americans do not like to be kept waiting and feel very strongly that wasted time is lost time. In general, Americans are very friendly. For example, don't be shy about approaching an American in a supermarket to ask them a question. Ask for help when you don't understand something. Americans are usually very helpful to each other. Asking for help can also lead to making new friends. American social customs are generally informal. Americans tend to use first names, not family names, with each other, and talk to strangers freely. Americans tend to be direct in how they communicate, but there are many contexts to be aware of in these differences. Shaking hands and making eye contact is the norm. Not giving enough eye contact can make Americans feel uncomfortable. Anything less formal than a handshake can also make Americans feel uncomfortable. Get involved on campus and in the community. Join a student club on campus to meet students who have the same interests as you. Not only will you be able to participate in activities you enjoy, you will also be able to make new friends. NAU has clubs for sports, outdoor activities, and even interests like comic books. NAU also has a club specifically for international students called iClub. Get to know people outside your own nationality. Getting to learn about other cultures is an important part of studying abroad. Meeting people from different cultures will help you better understand the world and open your mind to new ideas and perspectives. Take leadership roles in groups and clubs. This can help you practice public speaking and organizing while planning and enjoying group activities. Go to campus events and lectures about interesting topics. NAU gets very impressive speakers to give lectures, which is an opportunity you might not be able to have again. Take these opportunities to learn about topics that are interesting to you from experts. Attend events that are interesting to you. Many are free to attend for students, which is another opportunity you may never have again. This slide shows the student organizations page on the NAU website, www.nau.edu, where you can find hundreds of student groups. Go there to find an organization you are interested in, or start your new student organization. International Club, or iClub, is a club for international students and American students to meet each other and make new friends. In iClub, you can meet new people, join activities such as hiking trips, and find support to deal with homesickness and culture shock. You can contact Sean in ISSS for more information about joining iClub. The Flagstaff Friendship Family Program, or Flag Friends, is open to any interested international student. Flag Friends matches a new international student with a family in Flagstaff. The family will invite the international student to social activities and will act as a resource for the international student. This is not a homestay program, but a chance for international students to become part of the Flagstaff community. You can contact Sean or Allison in ISSS for more information about joining Flag Friends. Improving your English language skills can help you succeed as an international student in the United States. Make sure that you practice your English language skills as often as you can. You can practice by doing things like making calls and shopping for yourself. Try to use English as much as you can, especially with friends who are from your home country. That way, all of you can practice with each other. Identify your weak points with English language and work on those the most, even if they are difficult. This will help make sure you can do everything with the English language fairly well instead of doing some things very well and doing some things poorly. Get used to English by engaging in American media such as television, movies, and music. Try to understand communication in English, including how American people talk to each other. Pay attention to how American students talk to their friends versus talking to professors. Remember, adapting to the United States means adapting to using English. If you need advice, contact the ISSS office. You can contact the ISSS office at 928-523-2409 or by going to the Bloem Building, building number 2 on North Campus. Any of the advisors are available to talk with you. They are experienced in the process and can help you answer culture and immigration questions. All conversations with ISSS are confidential. The ISSS advisors will not tell anyone else about what you came to discuss with them. Thank you for your attention. We appreciate you going through this online orientation module about adapting to United States culture. Remember, be patient. Learning to adjust to the United States culture can take time, but with patience and hard work, you will adapt to living in the United States. Our best wishes for a successful adjustment and experience here at NAU and the United States. We're very glad you're here.